Hey, what's up, guys? It's Jason from Paul Davis Restoration. Today I want to talk about my review of the Humidity Matters IOT asset tracking and data logging system. Some of you may be wondering, what is asset tracking and data logging? Well, asset tracking and data logging is exactly what it sounds like. The asset part is the ability to know where every tagged piece of equipment is at any given time, and the ability to see in real time if that piece of equipment is running or has been shut off. The data side is the convenience to have accurate, automatically updated readings on certain equipment, such as runtime, atmospheric readings, temperature, and moisture content readings. How does the Humidity Matters system work? All your equipment you will tag with a small, non-invasive GPS beacon. This beacon transmits its location via a Bluetooth-enabled antenna. Here's the thing. The range of this technology is up to 300 meters away. So that's 984 feet. The transmitter connects to a mobile gateway, which automatically uploads all gathered information to the cloud and then gets populated into a dedicated dashboard that's web-based just for you. In the old days, Bluetooth had to be within 33 feet of its receiver. Just think about that. 300 meters, 984 feet. That's an entire house. They also have an industrial type of a gateway, which covers an area of just under a mile. But for our purposes, we're going to use the standard system. How does data logging work? So, data logging has portable hygrometers and portable moisture meters. They're equipped with the same exact technology as the former beacons, allowing them to log and transmit information. Again, your ambient readings, your temperature, your moisture content, relative humidity, your grains per pound at regularly scheduled intervals. All of these devices have built-in accelerometers. What that means is they measure vibration coming off of equipment that's running. When the vibration stops, it sets off a red flag telling you that equipment has been unplugged or turned off. Now, how does it all connect? Here's what's unique about Humidity Matters. By using the Humidity Matters mobile gateway, the lost cellular connections are a thing of the past. It doesn't rely on a single carrier for cellular networks. It doesn't rely on Wi-Fi connections of your homeowner's internet. It relies on multiple carriers that automatically configure to the best service for the location that you're at. Now, what sets this system apart from others? Well, here's the thing. There's no need to manually configure or assign apparatus to any particular job. This is the true meaning of plug and play. Once the gateway is powered up, it automatically scans the location where it's at up to that 984 feet for any devices within range. Once your devices are connected, it automatically starts to transmit to your mobile dashboard. Once you open your dashboard, you're greeted with a graphically engineered map showing all of your active gateways with the location of exactly where they are. All you have to do is click on the equipment tab and boom, all equipment linked to that gateway show up. Now, Why do we need this technology? Well, here's the thing. In today's world, we are overloaded with scammers, spam, phishing emails, all types of things that are not only making everybody crazy, but they're stealing everyone's personal information. Your typical homeowner, they're reluctant to give strangers access to their Wi-Fi passwords, and for good reason. In the past, we either relied on their Wi-Fi or we had to leave a cell phone behind and pray that we had service. In jobs where equipment is in basements or commercial buildings where you're surrounded by concrete and steel, you could kiss your readings goodbye. You are guaranteed to have unreliable connections or just poor service altogether. This new technology puts all of that behind us. But why is tracking and logging necessary? Well, here's the thing. Insurance carriers are tightening the reins on this industry. Too many contractors are out there falsifying readings, leaving equipment on site for way too long, inflating invoices, and they're just padding their bills. Carriers today, they simply won't pay for equipment unless that equipment comes with dry logs. They want to see what's going on. They want proof that you're drying effectively and efficiently. Now, if you're a program vendor and you are on a program with certain carriers, you're only getting paid for equipment that has dry logs. So if you only have dry logs for 3 days and your equipment is in use for 5, you're only getting paid for 3. So ask yourself, why drive for 5 and get paid for 3? You're losing money. All right. Is it cost effective to send a technician out on Saturday and Sunday, pay them time and a half to get moisture readings, or else you're not getting paid for the job? So you have a decision to make. Well, with Humidity Matters, you don't have to do that. You can remotely monitor every piece of equipment right from your home or office. It's as simple as clicking on a website. Have you ever been in the middle of a catastrophic weather event? Whether it's a polar freeze, heavy storms, hurricane season, whatever it may be. Situations where you're getting multiple jobs that come in every day. 3, 4, 5 jobs in a row. Your techs are out, they're working 17, 18 hours straight, sometimes longer, right? When that season ends or that catastrophe's over, have you ever done an inventory and realized, hey, I'm missing an air mover, I'm missing a dehu, I have an air scrubber that's not in inventory, I have a moisture meter that's gone missing? Well, this happens to all of us at one point or another. Now you have the ways and means to simply open up a web page and see the last location where that piece of equipment was, allowing you to simply call that homeowner and say, hey, it's Jay from Paul Davis. I think my guys may have left an air mover behind. Boom, you got your air mover back. If you have to replace equipment because it's lost or missing, your profits just went up in smoke, especially with the price of equipment these days. You know, in my company, we don't always have the same team that goes out and does pickups as the team that set the equipment up. We run into some pretty funky spaces, crawl spaces, attics, all types of things. You know what? We can put an air mover in a dark crawl space in a corner. 3 days later, another crew comes by. They don't see it. Well, that's $350 down the drain. No more. Now you have absolute real-time tracking of that piece of equipment. Whether or not you guys are a small mom and pop shop or you're a massive company with a 15,000 square foot warehouse, this system will save you time, will save you money, and will save you a ton of aggravation. This is literally find your phone for every piece of equipment that you own. All right, hey guys, I'm now sharing my screen with you, and what you're looking at here is my custom dashboard or my web-based dashboard for the Humidity Matters IoT tracking and data logging. If you look right here, when you open up your dashboard, you will see a general map of where your gateways are. So you'll see that I have a green and a red gateway. The red one has been shut off, and you'll see that that was picked up from a job. And if I scroll into it, you'll see where that job is, on what road, where that was last seen. So it was shut off at the job. It's now not transponding anymore. So that was the last geographical position where that particular gateway was. Now the green one is currently on, and it's in my office. So up at my front office, I have this green briefcase, which shows that I have an active gateway that's running. Now, if I click on this gateway, it tells me when it was last updated, where it's at. If I click on equipment, it's going to show me the equipment that is tagged currently to this particular gateway. So why is that important? Well, as you can see, these are all showing as active. You could see what they are: moisture meter, moisture meter, moisture meter, air mover, air mover, air mover, hygrometer, hygrometer. So right now I have 20 pieces of equipment that are sitting in my warehouse that are not being used. Because they're in the same location as this particular gateway, it is now tracking those pieces of equipment. So that's where your asset tracking comes from. All right. I know every piece of equipment that's tagged. I know where it is right now, and I know the last place it's been. So that's the benefit of asset tracking. Now, if we exit out of here and we go to our general footprint of all of our equipment, we could see in the running area right here, you could see you've got green and red icons, and thereof a little guy running. Red means they're not running or not powered on. Green means they are powered on and that they are linked and actively being tracked and monitored by your gateway. So let's take a look at what information do we get as far as data logging goes. So we're going to click on a hygrometer that's somewhere in my warehouse. Right off the bat, we can see that the ambient temperature where that hygrometer is 59.5 degrees. The relative humidity is 36.66%, and grains per pound are 27. We see that it's running. And if we click on these three arrows, it's going to bring up our accelerometer. Now, remember, like I said, the accelerometer measures vibration. This sensor tells you whether or not your equipment is running. Obviously, if there's no vibration being emitted and no vibration being picked up by the accelerometer, this graph will be empty, as it is in this area. So right now, we could tell by these spikes that there's active current is going through this sensor, or this sensor is detecting current by means of vibration from the equipment that it's attached to. So what it means is we know it's running. okay? If we click on the running tab, we can see how many hours it's running. And this is a daily run time of that particular piece of equipment. So we go back to equipment and we go to our next piece, which is we're going to do another hygrometer that's within my shop and see that we're getting 62 degrees, 33.56% humidity, and a GPP of 28. Now, same thing. We can see the run time on this. So obviously this one has not been running as long. We can see the accelerometer readings on this. And this all goes to show the insurance company or the homeowner proof that A, your equipment's on site, B, that your equipment is running, and it's giving you up-to-date readings to show that you are indeed drying efficiently. So back to the equipment tab, and we're going to pass over this hygrometer because we know it's running. But what I want to show is a moisture meter, which is right here. So my moisture meter is showing as active. 2 hours ago, it was last visualized. It's showing 68.18 degrees, 34% humidity, and a moisture content of 3%. What's that tell me? It's on dry material. So I know remotely this job is completed, it's dry, and the equipment's ready to come out. Let's go to an air mover. Okay, we have an air mover running. Now, obviously, we have the runtime. We have the accelerometer, which shows us that it's picking up the vibrations. What we don't have is ambient readings because it's an air mover. We obviously don't have, air movers in readings off of air movers. Current location will tell me exactly what piece of equipment it is and where it is. Now, asset tracking. This is showing up green, so I know that it's currently there. I know there's a gateway there. If this were to show up as red, what it would show me is its last known location. So if your techs are out there, they pick up the gateway, they pick up your DHUs, whatever equipment you have, and they leave a piece behind. We know that number 10 was on this job last. We know where it still is. It's on that job. Hence, no more lost equipment, and we can adjust our logs accordingly. Let's see. If we go back to our equipment and we want to go to our settings for any given moisture reading piece of equipment we have, what we can do is click a PDF report, and that will create a document that gives us humidity, temperature, and GPP data, date and time with the readings. And again, this alone can act as dry logs, or you can take this and import it into whatever moisture mapping software that you use. So as you can see, this system, simple to use, easy, accurate readings, asset tracking. The best part is that you don't have to pair your gateway with your air movers, with your hygrometers, with your moisture meters. All you do is plug it in. As soon as your gateway is plugged in and attached, it automatically connects to any peripherals that are within that area. Pretty simple process. You know, right away, you know, once I go home, I see what I've got. Everything's right here. Okay. Again, click on equipment. All my equipment is right here, running, not running. We can see this is my traveling of each piece of equipment with timestamps, latitude, longitude. We can actually view its route and tell us how it got there, where it went. So again, if you're looking to have mobile asset tracking, if you're looking to have a gateway in a vehicle, it'll show you the whole route your drivers have taken. For our purposes, we want to track equipment and we want to log our data effectively and efficiently. The Humidity Matters IOT system with their dashboard is the easiest way I've seen yet on how to complete those tasks. Any questions or for more information, feel free to visit www.humiditymattersiot.com. This is an unboxing of the unit with the custom cutout case and everything you need to go on the field and on the job, track your assets, and get remote readings on all your equipment. All right, so you can see it comes in a waterproof, lockable, plastic molded case. And when you open the case, this is what you're going to be greeted with. And this right here is everything you're going to need to do your on-your-job monitoring and asset tracking. So you're going to see you have your power adapter, your USB-C power cords that connect to your mobile gateway. So in this particular setup, we've got two mobile gateways here. So for two separate jobs, we have your GPS antennas, and very simply, those connect to the gateways like this. And then you're going to take your one USB cable, plug it in to your power adapter, and that's the only power you need to have your mobile gateway. From there, we have a hygrometer, and this hygrometer we use for ambient readings. So this can be either Velcroed or can be screwed or pinned to any surface in the room to get your ambient readings. And then we have your probe hygrometers. Now these are going to attach to your dehumidifier, and the probe is going to hang down to the output of your dehu and measure your dehumidifier readings. We have another probe hygrometer, and we can take this one and get specific readings. So if we were to put this on the intake of the dehumidifier, we would get readings in and out of the affected area. And then we have your moisture meters. And with the moisture meters, we also have a box of stainless steel screws. The stainless steel screws act as the conductor for the moisture meter. And as you can see, the screws go into these metal holes and go into the material in which we're going to take readings on, and this actually acts as a probe meter to get extremely accurate moisture readings off of material, drywall, wood, carpet, whatever material you may need to monitor. And that's the kit. So as you can see, everything here is clean, meticulous, ready to go. You know, your pack up and breakdown is just as simple as your setup. So as you can see, we're gonna just pack it back the exact same way it was, and we are then ready for our next job. All right, to me, great system, easy setup, transportable, very easy. You find everything you need at your fingertips. There's no juggling around, no looking for things. Everything is in one neat package. Doesn't get more convenient than this. This is the Humidity Matters IOT asset tracking and data logging system.